Trendline traders get this wrong every single time. When price breaks through your trend line, do you delete it? Do you draw a new trend line? Do you adjust it? Do you come in steeper? When and how do you move your trend lines after price has already crossed through them? I'm gonna give you guys a full system and guidelines so that you know exactly when to draw a new trend line, when to delete any old trend lines, and when to adjust the trend line that you already have on the screen. If you guys follow all of these guidelines, this will fix your trend line problem. Trend lines are very clean, essentially, when you draw them. It is only until price intersects or reacts to them or crosses through them that you need to figure out, okay, what do I do with the trend line now? What do I most commonly see on the charts with trendline traders? The first and most common is way too many lines. Like, I get my trend lines look like a laser show to some people, but I have seen some pretty crazy charts. Excessive lines, new lines that don't have any structure, random lines, lines not connecting to higher time frame. It looks very random and very chaotic, so much so that you can't even see price action. If this is you, I'm gonna help you clean up your charts. Now, another thing that I see traders do is they're adjusting their lines mid-trade. That is a no-no. Once you've done your chart analysis, you wanna leave everything where it is. And I'll give you guys some examples in just a moment. But if this is you, where you're adjusting your lines as you're in a trade, as price is populating, you're probably putting lines on open candles, this is a no-no. We're gonna stop that issue as well. And then the last thing is deleting beautifully valid, structured, high time frame trend lines. Do not delete those, leave those on the screen. They are very helpful, even if it's a little bit farther away. The higher time frame trend lines, the ones that have structure, have validity, we wanna keep those in case price reacts to them in the future. So if you find yourself unsure and getting a little overstimulated and then simply just deleting all the lines, we're gonna fix this issue as well. Okay, now we're going to break it down on the charts. We're gonna go over two examples. The first one, what do you do when price crosses through your trend lines? We're gonna look at NQ on the 1 hour time frame as an example here. Price has crossed through both of our lines. What do we do? This is the first point of friction that most trendline traders have. They don't know what to do when price reacts to or moves through these trend lines. How do we adjust them? When do we draw new trend lines? So rule number one, or step number one, this only applies if you are not in a trade. If you are not currently in a trade, this is what we do. When price crosses through our lines, we will always opt for first adjusting the lines we already have. That is always going to be the same rule across all examples. Always opt for moving the line you already have. This is going to declutter our charts. This is going to keep us from drawing too many if we always continue to opt for moving the one that we already have on here. So you can see we have two upward trend lines and one downward trend line. Both have been crossed, both the upward and the downward. Okay, so what we're going to do is adjust this point B. So you'll always have a point A and a point B on your trend lines. We're going to adjust this point B to the lower high, or the new high that price has made. Boom, pretty easy. Now, if you don't even know how to draw your trend lines, or you haven't even made it this far yet, I did a full breakdown of how to structure your trend lines, how to do a top-down analysis, and how to get you to this point. So if you haven't seen it yet, catch up here first and then come back to this video. But if you already know how to do your top-down analysis, this is what we're gonna continue to do. So each trend line has a point A and a point B. This point B is gonna be what we are consistently moving and adjusting. At one point we had it at this high, then we had it at this high, then this high, and this high. We will continue to move this point B at new highs when price presents itself. So if price moves through the trend line and gives us a new high, a lower high, then we are going to adjust the trend line accordingly. Every time price gives us a new high, we are gonna move that point B, and always opt for moving it. Now, at what point do we delete the line? And there is an exception here. So if price gets so high that your trend line now becomes horizontal or 0 degrees, this is your indication to delete your line. So if the NQ does something like this, and you're continuing to adjust your line, you're moving it to this new high, and then finally you move it here, if there is ever a point where your trend line becomes horizontal, that's now your indication to delete the trend line. It's no longer a trend line. Now it's, to be honest, a level of support or resistance, or a key level here. So this would be an indication to delete the line. Another reason to delete the line is if any of your trend lines ever become inverted, where this is now no longer in a downward degree. So if any of your trend lines become inverted, that is a reason to delete. 2 reasons to delete trend lines: if it becomes horizontal or if the trend line becomes inverted. Otherwise, opt for always adjusting the trend line you already have. Okay, and then for the upward trend line, the steepest upward trend line we have on the chart. Price crossed through, and remember, when we do our top-down analysis, we have to make sure we follow another rule, which is don't let price intersect our trend lines. Don't let it poke through. Right here, we can see the price has poked through. So we're simply going to incorporate that new low. Boom, There we go. So this is our process. When price has moved through our trend lines, how do we adjust? As price progresses, as price is constantly moving through our trend lines, reacting to our trend lines, this is what we do. Okay, let's go over one more example here. We've got crude oil. So I moved my trend line to this last low, the last time I did my top-down analysis, or the last time that I did my chart analysis with my trend lines. Price has since then crossed through. What are we gonna do? Same thing. I'm gonna take my trend line to this new high. Now I don't need to adjust any of the other upward trend lines because they haven't been crossed yet. Crude has just been up, and away. The last time I did my chart analysis, price has respected it, so I didn't need to do any changes with the upward trend line. But for the downward, which already got crossed, I needed to adjust it to this new high. As price continues to move through and poke through, create new highs or lower highs or higher lows or new pullbacks, this is when we adjust our trend lines accordingly. Now, some of you guys might be asking, I'm gonna try to hit as many questions, as many scenarios as possible. You might ask, what if the current candle that's open is the new high? This is an instance where we wait. We do not wanna move a line or draw a line on an open candle. That doesn't make any sense because the candle could violate the line immediately within the same candle, so it's not valid. We want a clear, closed, valid pullback or high or low to be presented before we adjust the trend line. So if you are seeing price cross through a trend line with an open candle, this is an instance where we wait for the candle to close and the new high to populate to then adjust the trend line. So let's say, for example, we're gonna look at crude here, and I'm gonna use the replay feature. Now let's say we had our line back where it was, back here, and we're looking to adjust our line. Let's say something like this is happening. We've got this current open candle that's creating new highs. What I'm not gonna do is take this trend line and take this point B and put it on the open candle. No. What I'm gonna do is keep my line where it was. I'm gonna wait for this candle to close and give me a clear, newer high. If I get one and the price doesn't yet continue to go higher and higher, and every open candle is just simply continuing, if we get some sort of continuation, we're not gonna take that trend line and put it on top of every single candle. So we wanna see a clear high and a clear pullback. It should be crystal clear, no questions asked, very easy. Price moved up, price created a pullback, and then continuation. We want to see the same thing for this high. We want to see price continue up and then get a pullback here before we adjust this trend line. So, rule of thumb, do not place a trend line on an open candle. That is your indication to wait. So if this was the case, we would simply keep our lines where they're at, be patient, and wait for price to give us a pullback. Now, since the price of crude has already shown us this new high and started to roll over, we have a clear point B. Next rule here, if you are currently in a trade, that is when you will not adjust your lines. You have done your chart analysis for a reason, and your entry and the way that price crossed one of your trend lines was your indication for an entry. So you want to be reminded exactly why you got into your position. So this is why you will leave a trend line exactly where it's at when price crosses through and you're in a trade. So let me walk you guys through an example. Okay, let's say, for example, the price of crude crossed this downward trend line. If you took a long position over here, do not adjust your trend line every time you see a new high or a new pullback, because if you do that, you no longer have the clarity of why you're in the trade. It makes it very easy for you to second guess the position that you're in, to micromanage. If you leave your line exactly where it's at when you entered your trade, it is much clearer for you to realize this is exactly why I'm in that trade. I'm in a long position because it broke this downward trend line. So this is a rule for when you do not adjust your line or you do not move it. So keep your line exactly where it's at while in the trade. Now, when the trade closes, let's say, for example, crude finally breaks your safety line, comes up, comes down, and then boom, price crosses through. Now you can simply adjust your trend lines. So now at this point, trade is closed. Now we can make the proper adjustments. Now we can take this point B and move it to this new high. So that is what you would do if you have an open trade. Now, when it comes to the question of how often do I need to be adjusting my trend lines, this is going to be dependent on your time frame. If you're trading a 4-hour time frame, you might not have to adjust your lines as often because price doesn't react to these trend lines as often as something like a 5-minute or a 15-minute or a 30 or even a 1 hour. So you may only have to adjust your trend lines to these new highs or these new lows or these new pullbacks a few times a week. Now, if you're trading something like a 1 hour or lower, 1 hour, 30, 15, or 5-minute, you will have to adjust your lines daily. Price creates new highs and lows and pullbacks on those lower time frames every single day. So you're going to have to adjust your lines much more often than someone like a 4-hour trader. So now the question is, when do I draw a new trend line? So we've talked about always opting for adjusting the trend lines that you already have. Keep your chart clean, keep it simple. When do you draw a new trend line? That is when price moves aggressively in either direction away from the trend lines that you already have drawn on the screen, while simultaneously we're also presenting a new pullback or a new low or a new high. So this is like, essentially think of it like a micro high or low within the trend lines that you already have. And then I'll go over an example here. So we're gonna use the same example as crude, and you can see crude has moved fairly far away from the trend line that we have here. Can we come in with a steeper trend line? Has price moved away from the trend line that I already have while also still giving me a pullback or a point B? And it has. The price of crude has created a low and then a continuation. So price has pulled back and then continued up. So this is an indication where I can come in with a steeper trend line. We're gonna go to the ray tool, previous point B, new point A, and boom, look at that. We've got a beautiful, clean 1, 2, 3 touch point trend line. This is an instance where it is completely valid to draw a new trend line. This is only when you get a clear pullback or clear new touch points. If price moves aggressively away from your trend line, but it's only done it in one candle and there is nowhere to put a point B, we cannot draw a new trend line. And let me see if I can draw an example for you guys. Let's say that the price of crude shoots up in one candle or even two candles. It's significantly far away from the trend line that you have now, but it didn't give us a pullback. It didn't give us a point B. So we're working with a very steep candle. So if you don't have, and a good rule of thumb is, if you don't have a clear, crystal clear point B, then don't draw it. Now, unless you get a clear pullback, let's say the price comes up even steeper, but then pulls back a little bit and then continues up. This would be a clear, everyone, you could show this trend line to anyone, to your mama, to your sister, say, show me a pullback. They're gonna see this point right here. At that point, then it is fair and valid to come in with a steeper trend line. Boom. Because you've got a very clear point B. Okay, so essentially we've gone over as many examples as we can. When to draw a new trend line, when to delete a trend line, and when to adjust the trend lines you already have. The trend lines never stop working, you just need to learn how to adjust them or move them with the price action that you're presented with. So if you can learn when to adjust, when to delete, and when to leave your lines alone, your charts will stay clean and you'll be consistent in your decision making. So if this cleared things up for you guys, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I do videos like this every single week. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I am Tori Trades, giving you tips and tricks on trendline trading. If this helped your charts make more sense, you'll want to stay here and turn the notification bell on anytime I post a new video. Thanks for hanging out, guys.